U.S. ground warfare via RAMSTEIN. Stop the U.S. strong and free via RAMSTEIN. Stop U.S. strong warfare via RAMSTEIN.
Unmanned drones every day kill their victims far away. We don't hear their dying screams. Down they go with all their dreams. Every drone costs 13 mil. A safer way, they say, to kill Americans not in harm's way, but Pakistanis die each day. Drones over Afghanistan kill many women, kids and men. Controlled from half a world away, they stop people at work and play. $13 million, wow! We could use that dough right now for teachers here and nurses there, and for green jobs
the whole village came under attack, and Mr. Jabbar, who is bringing this suit in Germany, his nephew and his brother-in-law were killed in that drone attack in Yemen. And so what we have is a very unique situation where someone that we would consider from the third or fourth world is actually bringing suit against a major industrial power, in this case Germany. And anyone who knows anything about the history of colonialism knows that this is, I don't know if it's a unique case, but it's a very unusual case. Cases like this have been brought over oil in some cases, but not about war. So Reprieve, which is a human rights legal organization, is helping to bring this suit. And it's going to be before an administrative law judge. It starts tomorrow in Cologne, Germany. And so what we're doing here is not only in support of that Yemeni family and the people of Yemen, it's in support of Reprieve, and it's in support of people everywhere who want the killing to stop. Now, in RAMSTEIN, there are huge antennas that pick up signals transmitted, from the U.S. to control drones, passed on over and controlling drones in Yemen and other parts. There's also a similar relay station in Australia. There may be others that we're not aware of, but in Germany, the law is that if something's happening on German soil that's harming other people, you can bring a suit against the German government to try to cause that harm to stop. And so in this case, the harm are these antennas and the drone operator, transfer agents, whatever you want to call them, operating in RAMSTEIN. And so the letter I gave to the press officer a little while ago was a letter to Chancellor Merkel going into details about all that I've said, and ask the German government, take it upon yourselves to tell the U.S. to stop doing this. Don't wait for the lawsuit, go all through the courts and this and that. You have the authority to do this now under German law. There's another aspect of German law against extrajudicial killing, which is the same as murder, assassination, execution, whatever you want to call it. And that's really what's being perpetrated with the aid of the German government because of them giving us a place to do this. So Germany is an accomplice to the drone killings that are going on in many of these places. And that's what is being pointed up here. And many, many people in Germany are very uncomfortable with this and are on today with us demonstrating. We should also know that today these demonstrations like this are going on in Boston, at the federal courthouse, in Philadelphia at the federal courthouse, at the German embassy in Washington, D.C., and they've even in Minnesota had supportive demonstrations there was one last Thursday at Hancock Air Force Base up in Syracuse. So this is something that has caught the imagination and concern of people here as yet another way to try to put a stop to this. One thing that we're hoping is that this case may force information to be released in Germany that we can't get released here by our own government, so that we'll know much more of the scope of the drone war, which I believe is much larger than what's been acknowledged or publicized. At any given moment, there are 180 armed drones of the United States in the air, and so it's got to be that there's a lot more going on than what has been acknowledged. So that's why we're doing this, and I think that the German government is going to take note of this, and certainly will keep pestering them. So anyway, thank you for coming. Deborah or anybody else would like to speak?
It's not even true. There's still 10,000 troops in Afghanistan. There are God knows how many troops everywhere else, and they're funding and arming and training the Saudis to bomb right now in Yemen. They're involved in bombing Syria. They're in Iraq. There is an Libya. There's an unrelenting effort by the U.S. to run it, to run the world. And that's part of the reason that we focused in on drone wars, because this has been sold to the public in this country as a good way to do this. It's as horrible as any other method of warfare, and it is insidiously terrible because people think there is no civilian cost. Nick saw, maybe some of you saw, the play at the Public Theater that just closed, Unmanned, about a woman drone pilot who literally lost her mind because she was responsible for killing people via drone from Nevada. And that's a truth. It may not have been a true story, but it is based on reality.
Thank you.
So it's good we're out here.
I want Amanda. I don't know if you've all met Amanda or not. Amanda Bass is a law student and now graduated.
Yeah, just finished.
At NYU. And Amanda has been responsible for giving a monumental hot foot to a major supporter of war crimes, and maybe you could just tell about that and how he's getting his picture taken with Hillary.
Yeah, so wrote a petition, a statement of no confidence in Harold Coe, who between 2009 and 2013 was the State Department legal advisor, and in that role provided the legal rationale and public defense for the U.S. government's targeted killing program. And he was appointed early this year to teach, of all things, human rights law at NYU. So we highlighted this contradiction, this hypocrisy, in the form of an open letter, and very quickly we were met with intense repression from some members of the NYU law faculty and also the administration, which for us just signaled the importance of the critique that we were raising and the implications also of our critique. You know, the way that you have liberal, self-professed human rights lawyers who in government help mask and facilitate crimes. And so we essentially were able to just raise awareness about our effort and to also demand some kind of public accountability for the U.S. targeted killing program at a time when avenues for accountability, you know, through Congress and through the federal courts are essentially closed. So, you know, this is also part of that process, and I'm very happy to be here in solidarity with you all also protesting Germany's role in facilitating this kind of targeted killing. So thank you for having me and for what you're doing.
Thank you for what you're doing.
And the judge has a lot of work to do because we have a good lawyer and we're hoping for the best.
What were you arrested for?
The best is just to get the word out, try to get the jury trial that we deserve to get. And and try and persuade the jury that we have a right to be at Hancock Air Force Base, and 3 steps on to what they call a public road which is closed off does not make us worthy.
What are you charged with?
We're charged with trespass. We have obstruction of governmental services, which is what is giving us our opportunity to have a jury trial, and because it's 6 months in jail or more. We also, the head of the Hancock Air Base has an order of protection against us. I think our average age there is 60. And I'm certainly among the oldest, although we do have some of our patrons way in their 80s. Some of our other people who've been arrested in this particular case, which is, by the way, over 2 years old, was given 3 months in jail. So Joan and I are really looking forward to see what we can do about changing the jury's mind and educating them.
I think we should say the drones that are being controlled out of Hancock, operating in Afghanistan, it appears that the signals that control these drones are relayed through RAMSTEIN to drones flying in Afghanistan. So what you're doing is very much connected with this and what people are doing in Germany. So thank you. Declare.
That the government shows it does not care. This horror must be stopped. Drone bombs must not
Be dropped.
and we'll protest.